Okay, what I want to talk about today are the two things that most people are not doing when they're trying to run their Facebook ads. And I can tell you right now, these two things are the things that are going to wreck you, waste money, put you in a position to where you get a bunch of junk leads and you go, hey, Facebook ads don't work for me. I tried running them. All I got were homeless people, or all I got were these people who can't afford my service, and it's just not for me. When in reality, it's a fixable problem. We just have to approach it with a different mindset. We have to approach it recognizing the total allowable market that we're creating when we run an ad. And so to start, before I get into the two secrets, the big thing we want to think about here is, say you have an organic marketing segment you're doing and you have a paid marketing segment. When you look at your organic marketing segment, say it's on your personal profile on Facebook or your Instagram profile, maybe you have 5,000 people to pull from, maybe you have 50,000 people to pull from, but these people are exposed to your content. They're a very small subset and they're already paying attention to you. And so that market is much more likely to react appropriately to your messages, and they're more likely to be a good fit for the messages you're putting out because they're already paying attention to you. Now, let's say you do that same thing with a Facebook ad. Now you have a total addressable market of like 1 million. You just pumped up how much you're doing a lot. And so what does that mean? Well, that means if you speak the same way, if you speak broadly in the same way that you do in your organic marketing efforts to the people you're speaking to in your paid efforts, you're gonna get everybody. And everybody is definitely not a good fit for your service. And so what does that mean? Well, you're gonna get people who can't afford your service, you're gonna get people who can, you're gonna get people in the middle, and all of a sudden you're gonna say Facebook ads suck, all I get is junk, this quality's terrible. But in reality, it's because we didn't address these two things that I'm about to address. And so number one, what it is, it's honing down in on a particular niche. And I know you've probably heard this a million times, but let's take weight loss, for example. If your marketing is just busy professionals, that doesn't speak to anybody. It doesn't even mean anything. If you ask me if I'm a busy professional, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm professional. I have a pink jacket on. But when you say, hey, I'm looking for 5 entrepreneurs who are running a couple of different businesses, or hey, I'm looking for nurses, oh, hey, I'm looking for software engineers, or hey, I'm looking for an accountant who hasn't gotten up from his chair since accounting season started, now I'm speaking to a particular demographic. And that's going to take that total addressable market of like 1 million in Facebook ads and push that down and narrow that in. And so you're essentially creating the beginnings of a funnel, a Facebook funnel, or I call a mad science funnel. And what that does is it takes them from this big, broad millions of people and it narrows it into a smaller subset, nurses, software engineers, entrepreneurs, whatever it is that you want to cover. It narrows it down into that particular segment. And let's do another example, because the world's not just about weight loss, but let's say you're a business coach. So you're a business coach and you say, hey, I help people get to 10K a month. Nobody cares. That's a huge market. Everybody's trying to say that. So now you're not only saying this to deaf ears, but you're a commodity. So you want to say, hey, I help you grow and scale your business without manipulation and aggressive tactics by using compassion conversations. Now someone's gonna listen. Like, I hate being salesy. I don't wanna be salesy. Salesy stuff sucks. I hate that. Ooh, what you're selling will make me not be salesy. I'm in. So that's another one that's honing it down. And this brings me to point number 2, which is solving a particular and specific problem. So when you think about weight loss, if you tell people, hey, I'm gonna help you lose weight, guess what? You're a commodity. Everybody's helping everybody lose weight. There's a weight loss program on every corner. There's programs like Noom, Weight Watchers, the 48-hour Hollywood cookie diet, there's the South Beach diet, there's the only eat cookies diet, there's the only eat fish diet, there's the only eat plants diet. But all of these are there and all of these are diets. So if you're saying I help people lose weight, people are just gonna look at you and say, okay, well, who cares? That's just another diet. It's not gonna help me. So you wanna say, okay, what's a very specific problem we can solve here? I help people remove emotional eating patterns. I help people stop stress eating. I help nurses come home and remove overwhelm from 14-hour workdays. Stuff like that makes it very specific. So you take that niche and you tie it into a very specific problem you're solving, and you have a rock solid offer, or what we call a red leaf offer. And it's like the red leaf. What happens? You go outside and you're looking at all the trees, and all these red ones are the beautiful ones that you want to pay attention to. Another way to look at this, nobody wants a Honda Civic, but everybody wants the Lambo. The Lambo is the red leaf. The Honda Civic is just kind of the thing that's a commodity. And that's what we want to do to our brands and our businesses, and when we're running ads. We want to create these red leaf offers. We want to create these systems to where these people see it and they're like, wow, that solves this problem that nobody else is talking about. I have to do this. Same thing on like a business offer. And so the big thing behind these two things is you take that total addressable market of 1 million, which is huge, and you narrow it down in your funnel with step 1. Find your niche. With step 2, you hone in on that particular problem. You make your funnel even more narrow. Then when people funnel into Messenger or they funnel in through your VSLs or whatever you're running to, all of a sudden you have this little segment of the market that wants what you're doing. This little segment of the market that's willing to actually pay for what you're doing. And this little segment of the market that are the perfect people for what you're doing and are the exact clients that you want to work with. So I hope that this was helpful, and I will talk to you later.